Beloved ones, come into this moment with me, the moment where life is fully alive in you, the moment where you are breathing me and I, you, the moment where the truth of love is revealed perfectly as the only power and the only true reality. When you feel the power of love as it resonates through your heart, you recognize that it is what is real, and that nothing can stand before it, certainly not the world that the mind has made, and not the experience of being without this power and perfection, this love. I have been speaking to you about the power of love, and now I am asking you to claim it, not in some abstract way, but as a part of your daily experience, that you might release this dream of reality, that you might recognize that you are already free, that you might experience your heart, beloved ones, as the only power in the universe. And so I bring you within, into the silence in which all things begin, and grant you, with this breath, the true beginning of your life, all power, all grace, and all reality that brings you such joy, such excitement, such life, that you realize that you are the source of everything, beloved ones, that you see in all that you experience. If the world that you see is not perfect, then I ask you to apply the power of love, to recognize that it is only a reflection of that which you have believed is less than perfect about you. Because you are the perfection of love, how can anything come forth from you that is other than good? There has been a mistake that has allowed you to believe otherwise, but dearest ones, it is time to reclaim the truth. The I Am gives you this unique experience that brings forth your perspective of the heart of God, that allows love to be amplified, magnified, multiplied, and extended. This heart is the heart of perfect love and contains the one true power, the power of love. You have believed through your experience of the world that things outside yourself can affect you, and you have come to feel immersed in this ego dream, this drama. Many times you feel that you are powerless. I am here to show you otherwise and to give you the key to your freedom. It is recognizing that anything that you have seen as less than perfect, that you have perceived as less than love, is simply the expression of the light pouring through your mind and creating the world before you. You are reclaiming the truth that I am this love that powers you, that you are the very force of creation, and now you are ready to speak forth the truth and to allow the true power of love to transform every false belief, to bring your experience of the one love I am, as it is expressed as you, into the experience of your daily life, giving you the keys to the kingdom, that you might live what your heart knows. We have spoken often, you and I, about releasing judgment and about your heart's belief, the things you have taken in that have become part of you enough that when the light of God I Am pours through your heart, what it projects is a life that is less than perfect and a world in chaos. As you reclaim the truth of your heart, you reclaim love's power, beloved ones, and you reclaim your ability to open up the font of life and to let the resonance of love pour forth to do its magnificent work of awakening all hearts from the dream of separation, from the perfection of the one love. Therefore, let me say to you that the intention to love, to stand in your truth as love's power, instantly makes a connection to the truth of the hologram of God, of which you are an integral part. It sets up the vibration of real love that can literally dissolve all old heart's belief. It can open up the power of life and restore your heart to the moment of creation. It can bring forth the power of love to dissolve the veil that you have built that creates this experience of duality. Since all hearts are one and the same, the heart of God in all its beauty, then what love transforms in you by the magnetic power of love's resonance is instantly transformed for all humanity. And so I say to you, make this your intention. Let me give to you the simple words that will dissolve the hold of the false perception of the little mind, the ego's world that have become the veil before your heart. These words are, I love you. Can it possibly be this easy, beloved ones? It can, and it is. The moment that you say these three words, the power of love is completely self-evident. It aligns you to the resonance of the truth of your being, the grand I, the one I, the single I of God, I am. I followed by love can only be one thing, the only power that exists. And so when you say, I love, you are completely aligned with the truth of your being. You are open as the heart of God I am. You are the conduit for the explosion of life. When you place specific intention, when you take the power of your focus and add it to this, you are bringing the true resonance of real love to bear on all these things within you that are resonating with duality, resonating with less than the one power of love, and thus becoming your experience of the world. When your heart is open, as it instantly is when you say the words of power, I love, then you become the conduit for the great forces of life. You become the entraining heart of God. By the power of the resonance of love, the magnetic power of your open heart, you instantly and effortlessly return the world to its perfection, to the vertical life, to the moment of creation that is love bursting forth. I have said to you again and again that the power of your focus is everything. What you place your attention upon, you amplify. When you add the power of love to this, then you immediately bring forth the true power of God to bless, transform, to uplift, and to dissolve every old heart's belief that allows you to even see less than perfection, allows you to perceive the world of two eyes rather than the single eye of the heart. Because you are here in service, because you have given yourselves to me with all who you are, you can use these words of power with divine purpose as you listen to the will of love and let it guide you, placing your focus, your co-creative attention on the truth of your heart as reflected by the world. That even what you see with the little mind receives and is awakened to the truth of love. For the heart, love is always primary and lifts every vibration unto itself. And so it becomes easy, beloved ones, to transform the world and your experience into the expression of the perfect heart of God, and into being recipients for the power of love to create more of itself. I have also said to you, have no judgment. Judgment is the foundation of the ego mind. Judgment is the matrix of duality. And however subtle, it brings the resonance of all life into alignment with the world of duality. The open heart combined with these words, I love you, instantly, powerfully transforms all judgment. To say these words while looking through the eyes of the ego, seeing your heart's beliefs reflected, brings to you what you see, the truth of your heart. You cannot say, I love you, and feel it and still be aligned with judgment. So I bring you these words of truth, words that create the resonance of God, words that align you with the power of your heart instantly and unequivocally, and will bring clarity to your experience of life. This will bring you, beloved one, such joy, and will bring you the ability to free yourself from the hold of the dream, especially the way that you've been entangled and haven't seen the way out. Love is a transformative power, and love is the reality of who you are. The intention behind speaking these words is important, because they are words of power, because they acknowledge the only truth, that there is only one power, only one, and it is love. When you say, I love, you are this truth, the pure and living conduit of perfect love, the expression of the one heart of God I am, brought into harmony with the truth. Whether or not you feel it on the level of the ego mind, you will always feel it in your heart. The decisions that you make to be aligned with this truth bring you into harmony with me and create in you the avenue, the circuit, the vortex that brings all life back into my presence and into my experience by the law of resonance and what it means to be the power of love. Thus can you look upon the world that you believed in because of the agreement to live here, to experience how it feels to be cut off, what it is to believe that you are separate from me, from this power, from God. The moment that you speak these words, you are establishing yourself in the resonance of God, in the truth of your heart, in the reality of one love, one life, and one intention. The giving forth and multiplication of love. So those things within you that have pushed away things that perhaps are unconscious things that are deep within as old heart beliefs that color your perception, and thus your experience of life. When you say, I love you to yourself from the heart, acknowledging that is your intention to be your truth, then the power of love works within you, opening a way for love to transform every old belief in separation and every belief in powerlessness. Beginning with yourself, you will recognize that this is not the same as loving from the ego. It is not the same as using the mind and trying to believe that you are worthy, that you are perfect, that you are powerful. It is instead the full presence of your open heart. The moment that you say, I love you, then all the power of creation is brought to bear, alive in you in ways you can't imagine, for the little mind truly cannot touch it. Once love is resonating within you, then each electron of your being must respond, must remember its perfection, its joyous life, its presence as the outreach of God. The power of the twin flame heart of love I am. The forces of creation that are at this point, that is your point of focus. That is your heart, each of you beloved ones. Once felt and acknowledged that what you see as the world is a reflection of what is within you, turn to me and I will assist you in bringing before you those things needing love, that they might be freed, released from your heart, so that you might be the conduit of the power of love. So the world outside of you becomes the perfect place for love to guide you, to show you your reflection, that you might be aware of what is released, of what is transformed by the power of love and brought into the resonance of God in alignment with the truth of who you are. Anything to which you apply your focus and say these words of truth and power, when you say, I love you, to the things that you have judged, O beloved ones, prepare for ecstasy, as in one great pulse of living love, all misperceptions are brought into resonance with the truth of God. That which is within this perfect love becomes the world you see, and your heart becomes truly the entraining heart of God I am. Lifting by the law of resonance every misperception about love, every belief of the one heart that is humanity in being separate from me, separate from love, being powerless at the mercy of what is perceived as outside being simply a metaphor that for that which feels and believes itself to be separate from the one life that we share. It is impossible to judge something and to love it when love is allowed in its true power. Certainly it is possible to say the words from the perspective of the little-minded ego, but when you shift into your heart and use these words, everything is brought into the light, into the only true power that corrects all misperceptions, that restores the truth of life to the heart, dissolves the calcification of the ego, restores the flow, the flexibility, the zest and the joy, and restores these things, beloved ones, instantly. Nothing that is not the truth can stand before the power of love. The power of love is alive in you. It is your heart. You are the unconscious munt of creation. You are the heart of love that beats forth this pulse of giving, extending, and making more of love. So use these words of power. Use them freely. Restore to yourself all that you truly have and are. Let these words take root within you. Be in the moment and feel their resonance. Allow the movement of love to register in your consciousness, to reshape the electrons that create a body, and feel how love opens the physical world and lets you feel the one true life that lives within it, that is alive as it, and that is the experience of ecstasy. Ecstasy is the power of love. When you recognize that you are not only unlimited, but that you are this very explosion of life, and that the heart of love is fully present everywhere. You have been pretending otherwise. It is time to reclaim the power of love, and I give you these words already, charged and ready to bring to you the consciousness of what you are, to make of you the presence of the resonance of God fully conscious. Certainly you already are all of these things, and the power of love is the life alive within you. It is the glory of your heart. It is what has brought you here to me, and now you are ready to receive it and to reclaim for yourself all that you have placed outside, all the ways, beloved ones, that you have divided this power. all the energies that you have invested in building this reality to support the heart's belief that you are separate, separate from the endless love and good, separate from immersion in our communion, separate until you choose through the power of your intention to use these words, I love you, to step into the full experience of your heart in relation to all your creations, all the ways that you have used the force of life to fuel the reversal, to fuel duality. The moment that you love from the real as the heart of God, every misperception disappears. Love the ego. By love resonance, love does its work and brings you home into this communion as your continual experience as the truth of your existence. The little mind constantly passes judgment. You see the news and your mind gives you commentary. You see your friends and you evaluate how they are doing. You see your spiritual groups, and even there is the ego. Take these words and use them to bring the change, to work within all perception of duality. Use them to preempt the little mind. Use them not only to shift to your heart, but to become the experience of unity, to be the resonance of God right here, right now, where you are. Let the will of love lead you effortlessly to those things that are waiting for you to say these words of power. Once you agree to become the open heart, to transform the world through the power of love, the will of love, my presence, our communion, those beings who have lifted and guided you, everything begins to work to assist you to accomplish the dissolving of the matrix of the little mind that is your old heart's belief, and that become the world of your experience. The more you love, the less you can possibly be in judgment. When you say, I love you with the heart, there is nothing else but this powerful resonance of love. When you speak, beginning with I love, you are the active principle of God, and this is what you have chosen coming into this world, to be the active principle of the existence of love. You are ready, beloved ones, to accomplish this. You are ready to be love's power right here where your heart is. Right here and right now, and I'm ever present to give you the full, magnificent experience of your heart and what it means to say, I love you. To use the words of power. As you do, I becomes the one, I and you. The reflection of your own heart before you within the circle of pure love, bringing you the experience of unity. That there is only God, and I and you are simply the continuum of the movement of love that returns, when given naturally as effortless prayers of gratitude to complete the circle. I am with you, just as I am you. Together with all life, we are the celebration of love. I love you. Amen.